So what else do you like to do?
I like to be outside when the weather's nice. We like to fish a lot, saltwater fish. I do have a pond in my backyard with some gators and some fish, but I don't fish in it too. It's hot, man. So we go out in the marsh a lot. We saltwater fish. And really, it's just gaming, family, friends, music, drinking, fishing. Done.
And LSU.
And LSU, yeah, during football season, of course, yes.
God, I hope everything cranks back up on time.
Whew.
I cannot.
It's gonna be rough. Like in Louisiana, we have like different seasons. You know, you got football season, then you got your Mardi Gras season, you know, and crawfish season, and then like boating and fishing. So, and hunting. But I'm not a huge hunter, so.
You got that season that it's real hot. Then we got that season that they play football and it's still kind of hot.
Yeah.
And we got Christmas and Mardi Gras comes around.
Yeah. And then you got that national championship.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sorry.
Go Tigers.
That was good. Go Tigers.
Old Tigers.
That was great.
What do y'all think the LSU Tigers are going to do this year in football? Or the next season that they play anyway?
They have to play this year, right? I mean, they have to.
Yeah.
If they don't,
so much of their revenue comes from football. I mean, they have to play.
Well, I think they'll get bailed out. You know, they'll get a break. But not just them, but all colleges, I think will get a break.
But that's a lot, though. I mean,
I'm
with you. They have to do something.
If any of the sports have to miss a year, I just hope that there's a way for those kids to retain that year of eligibility.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, they definitely would
have
to.
Like,
but
you know,
I think it's gonna happen. I think they're gonna find a way to make sports.
Oh yeah, I think so.
You know, if anything, the top thing in the United States, I mean, you're gonna have your sport. You gotta have your football. Like,
right.
I just don't see that not happening.
Sit every other seat.
Yeah.
Or not, or play. I mean, even if you had to have limited audience, I mean, you broadcast it on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it may not be the best thing, but like, I'd rather watch it on TV than watch nothing at all. Like, for me personally, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. I would much rather watch it. I mean, hell, I haven't been to LSU game I've been in Florida for 12 years, and I think I've been to one since I've moved here.
Yeah.
So.
They'll have to pipe in the crowd noise though, because it's too much of a disadvantage for LSU. It's like one of the
it's loud in Death Valley, man.
It's crazy.
It's not that loud. I took a nap in there one time.
It is loud.
I felt right to sleep.
Take a nap at halftime, bro.
Dude, get you a good bottle of something, you fall right to sleep.
Blake Shelton has a song which I think sums it up best. It's called "The More I Drink." The more I drink, and I just drink fast. I'm a fast drinker, and then I just don't even realize. And then I'm my alter ego, Candy.
Candy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is that you, Candy? Hey, girl. You out here?
Candy's a little psycho. She means well. She won't do anything. You know, she might get on a couple of tables, and she's very friendly and sweet to everybody. That's why they call me Candy.
Well, Lord, Candy's here.
I had to reel me in a little bit, but I've never done anything too bad. I've never been in jail. Been close to it, but I've never been in jail. So that's good.
But no, if I get pumped up for a big LSU rivalry game and you start a keg stand competition, just spells doom.
Look, I was a gymnast. I have great form for that keg stand. And my swallowing abilities are tier 1.
It's all in your core. Your swallowing abilities. I mean, you know, it's just.
Yep. Oh, man, keg stands.
I haven't done a keg stand in probably 12 years as well.
Did one about 3 years ago at a wedding. I ordained that wedding. So, and then I was doing keg stands. So that's great.
Turned down for what?
Yeah. I like to party and have fun.
Luckily, I haven't seen a keg in a long time, but I think I've pretty much done a keg stand every time I've seen one.
Just drink too slow. You know, like I'm a sipper.
Oh, no.
So.
See, that's how my husband is. And I'm a gulper, so.
He is lying to you. He
literally
everything.
Sir chugs a lot.
I liked how I'm like I'll be done with like 3 drinks by the time he finishes one. Like if we're drinking and playing, like, are you drinking? I make him keep up with me drinking because I mean he just babysits that shit. Somebody got to take care of Candy, though. So.
Yeah, somebody got to watch out for Candy. You never know where she's coming out.
True.
And he walks to the bathroom, comes back out, says, "Oh shit, here's Candy."
Oh yeah. And that's why video games are so great, because you can just hang out with your friends and play video games, and you're in this, your safe house. Nothing bad can happen. I mean, I'm sure something bad can happen, but less chance of, anything bad happening. You're not going to get up on stage and sing Friends in Low Places with the band and Happies when you're wasted and don't remember. Completely out of tune, by the way. That was great.
Yeah, but everybody will remember that as a good time.
Yep.
That's for sure. So
might not remember anything.
Which another thing that's great about Spain is you walk everywhere, so you don't have to get behind a wheel, and you don't really, bars don't close at 2, they close at 6. So at 2, everyone starts pre-drinking and like starts at 10 and then doesn't go out till like 12. And 12 or 1, and then you party there till the sun comes up, and then you walk home.
What's the food like in Spain?
We're moving. It's on the Mediterranean, so it's a Mediterranean diet.
Oh yeah, I can get down with that.
Calamari, a lot of fresh vegetables, and a lot of fish.
A lot of fish.
Yeah.
I bet they have a lot of good fish too.
They do. They have really good fish, and fish I'd never heard of before. It's so good.
But are you gonna still be able to eat catfish in Spain?
No. But we'll be back. Like, they also have in Spain, like, they have like mandatory vacations where you get a lot more vacation time. So we'll be coming back for sure. I can't stay away from my crawfish and my family. And, I'm going to miss the Louisiana culture so much. But like I said, we're just going to try it out, see how it goes. If I'm too homesick, come back.
It's going to be a culture shock for sure. I mean, I would love to try it. I would love to try it just to see. As long as you have an option to come back, it's not like you're stuck. So
yeah, and that's a good thing. That's really something that's helping me get through that. And we've been going there for, I think my first time I went there was 10 years ago, and then I've been there like 8 times since then. So we spent a couple months there in the summer. The good thing about being a teacher is you get summers off. So
yeah, that's awesome. That's a good gig. But
yeah,
but teachers are saints, man. Because I couldn't. There's no way I could be a teacher. I mean, just dealing with, I don't have the patience to deal with that many people.
You have to be really patient, yeah.
Especially elementary school.
They're so cute, though. It's so rewarding. It is hard, but it's so rewarding. Like, and every semester, every year is different. Like, you get new students, and it's just a different dynamic. Like, it's never the same thing, and it's funny. It's fun, like, especially teaching a foreign language. Like, they end up saying crazy things that they don't mean, and it's just hilarious. Like, we laugh all the time. So, it might not be as fun if I was teaching, like, civics or, something that I'm not really interested in. But I'm really interested in teaching Spanish. I think it's a lot of fun to teach about different cultures, what people do, and try to learn to say new things. And you say the wrong things, and it's fun. So I just try to make my students learn without knowing they're learning. Like, I try to make it as fun as possible, and then they're like, oh shit, we're learning. Fun.
I think probably the most entertaining thing to teach would have to be public speaking. Watching people freak out, watching people.
I'm so shy.
Oh my god.
I'm glad I never had to take that class. Like, I would freak out. Like, I know it may look like I'm like, you're like, oh, well, you're a teacher. And yeah, but I was super shy until high school. I took drama, and that was the first time where I like made myself perform. But in college and stuff, I couldn't give any presentations. Like, I'd take a 0. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
When I was young, for my birthday parties, I'd hide under the table because I didn't want to have any birthday parties. I didn't want the attention on me. Opening presents for Christmas, hate it. Like, the attention, I hate it.
Seinfeld.
I would be terrible at it and like have a hard time with the class, but I killed it. I think.
Ooh, I can't. Ooh, it's scary.
Yeah, Jerry Seinfeld said, it was on the show, but he was giving a eulogy, and he said that 9 out of 10 people would rather be dead than do a public speaking, and he says that means like 90% of you people in the audience would rather switch places with him than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how people do it.
I don't know. You'd probably be good. You'd probably be nervous, but you'd probably be good at it today. I mean, how big are those classes that you teach?
30.
30. Oh, I was expecting them to be way bigger, actually.
Not for foreign language. Like, I don't teach in a big, like, it's not like general psychology when it's like in the auditorium. Oh, I would die. Even 30, it's scary. Like at first, I take on a different persona. I think when I do streaming stuff and teaching stuff, like I'm like putting on a performance. I feel like, I mean, I'm not like faking who I am and stuff, but I have to like take myself out of myself and like be like this crazy teacher. Like I just don't care when I'm teaching. I will say whatever comes out of my mouth. I will act dumb. Like I just whatever to get these students to learn. But if you take me out and like I have to meet new people, like that's not it's those cons. I have to have a drink before I go. Like I have to be with my friend like the whole time. I can't just go walk around and like make friends. Like that's just not me.
I think the biggest thing with public speaking, probably one of the biggest reasons why you're comfortable doing it in front of your class is because you're talking about something that you are knowledgeable about.
That's true too.
About. I think anytime you're talking about something like that, if I just gave you a random subject and told you had to go give a speech about it, knew nothing about it, and you did last minute research on it and had to write a speech, memorize it and everything else, it would be miserable and you'd be terrible at it. But if you're talking about anything that you're passionate about and that you're into, it doesn't matter.
That's very true, yeah. Because I'm a very anxious person. Like I don't like to even like order pizza because I'm scared I'm gonna say something wrong. Or if like my husband needs like a car part and he wants me to go pick it up, like that freaks me out because I don't want to go there and look like an idiot and be like ask for the wrong part or say it wrong. Like that like freaks me out. Like I don't want to do it. So
I need some blinker fluid.
Yeah, I'm like no. I'm like tell me exactly what you want me to say because I do not want to show up there looking like an idiot. Like
it reminded me of that Kevin Hart skit about ordering the coffee.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, but I
Lord.
think the worst part for most people is the anticipation. Once you get up there and you start talking about something that you're into or passionate about, you might stumble on a couple words to start out, and then you just kind of forget that you're talking to people and just ramble on.
And then what if I make a mistake? Like I'll replay that shit for like ever, and I'll just be embarrassed for like the rest of my life.
Sit up screaming in the middle of the night.
Speaking of, y'all know what happened to me last night? Y'all heard of sleep paralysis?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, it's never happened to me before until last night. And it was the scariest thing in my life. Like I was trying to scream and move and like because I felt somebody was here like with a flashlight and like I could see them and like my eyes are open and I couldn't move or scream or make any noise. And I finally did. I like grabbed my husband. He like hugged me. That is scary. That shit's scary. Ugh, sorry. Never happened to me before.
I don't want to have to deal with it.
Yeah, the old people used to talk about it all the time back home.
Oh, you're calling me old?
No, I'm talking about like
Mm-hmm. You just keep digging.
Explain.
Keep
Alex.
digging. I got a shovel.
Explain further.
I got a shovel. I just sharpened my shovel.
So another thing that you do is we'll call it not safe for work content, right?
Uh-huh.
And we won't go too deep into what is or anything, but I'm sure most listeners can figure out what we're talking about. Just how it relates to like a relationship and stuff like that, and anything viewers would want to know about the reality of it compared to the stigma of it.
A friend of mine just showed up in chat. Why are you here? Of course you're gonna show up when this is talking about my husband's
Perfect
listening
timing.
now. Yeah, so I had a baby and then I had 3 corgis. So I was a corgi mom and then one of them got really sick and I mean we had these dogs for like over 10 years. So we literally birthed these dogs. And so we got really sick and so we tried to save them and spent a lot of money and more money than we had and we should have. So we had about $8,000 in debt and I've always been really good about my money situation, our money situation. So that was not good. And that was something that I was like, well, what are we going to do? Especially after we had a kid. Penguin left after we had a kid. So this certain website came up and a lot of people started doing this other type of content. So I sat on it for a couple of months and I talked with my husband and he was like, no, of course. And I was like, okay, yeah. But then I just kept thinking, like, maybe, like you don't have to get naked and like, you don't have to make sex videos and because I would never do that. But, people might want to see a different side of things. So just a little less clothes on, like bikinis or whatever and see your body. So I lost a lot of weight with keto. I was back to my pre-pregnancy body, which y'all, I got to 230 pounds and I'm 5'2". So if you could see below my waist, it's not cute. So I decided to start this thing after talking to my husband. He finally said, all right, you want to do it? You do it. So I think the number one thing, especially if you have a significant other, is to just be honest. Talk about it before you do it. Don't do anything behind somebody's back. So we made sure that we set ground rules and that I was very clear, like, what I was going to be doing. And he was very clear what he did not want me doing. And, we compromised on that and then started. And basically he was just like, I trust you. You know what I don't want you to be doing? Like, right. No nipples, no sex videos, no showing And I was like, yeah, well, I'm not going to do that. No, like, no, it wasn't, it's just lewd stuff. So he was like, you do it. Good luck. I don't want to know anything about it, basically. So, and that's how we did it. And so I did that for about, I started in August and that ended in April. But it got me out of debt, paid off all of our bills, got us to save money for our trip. So it was overall, I'd have to say, a positive experience. It brought back a lot of self-confidence for me and made us money on the way. I really have nothing negative to say about it. People were really respectful in there, honestly. And the thing is about that page is you control everything. You control your content. I wasn't trying to trick anybody. I never was like, oh yeah, sign up for my page and you're going to see nudes. On there, I was like, I don't do nudes. I am married. I'm not meeting up with you. Like, as long as you're clear and honest about everything, it just happened to work for us. But I have retired. Yeah.
That's actually what I was going to ask because I was curious. I imagine that the people on that site are more respectful than some of the people on Twitch.
They are. And if they weren't, you just block them. Like, it's your page. It was really surprising to me. I thought there's, every now and then it'd be something weird.
Right.
In your DMs, but then you just don't respond or you block them. Like, but everyone was really nice. Everyone was really positive and complimenting you. And they weren't like, oh, bend over, grab your ankle, spread them cheeks for me, baby. No, like nobody did that. So that was really good. Like I said, it was a positive experience. And a lot of people are doing it now. Like, especially a lot of Twitch streamers don't even stream anymore and are just doing that, are making money, buying houses, buying cars. Like, more power to them.
Yep. I mean, a lot of people, Instagram influencers, TikTok people. I mean, anybody who has a social following that is doing it, which is great. There's nothing wrong with it.
And like I said, you just do your level of comfort. And so I've had a lot of women in my DMs like, okay, I'm interested in this. Can you help me? And I'm like, absolutely. Like, I'll tell you everything I learned because nobody helped me at the beginning. And so if you want help for something that I've done, like streaming or this site, I'm willing to help you. This is what I've learned on the way, and good luck to you because I think it's awesome. It gives you financial security. And I mean, taxes sucked. Don't get me wrong on that. That sucked because it's your own business. So if you have Twitch and OnlyFans, you're paying 30% and then 20%. So basically, you're just making half. So yeah, and I still had my real job. So.
Right.
Like I said, I didn't do anything. I never felt pressure to do something I didn't want to do. I just kept it at my comfort level, and now I'm retired.
I think the biggest thing is, like you said, set ground rules and don't try to hide it.
I gave my husband, like, this is my username, this is my password. There are a lot of guys or significant others that are really involved in their woman's page. Like, they'll take pictures for them. They'll do a lot of stuff for them. A lot of girls I know, their men help them with that. Because it is good money, but again, he didn't want to do that, and I respected his decision, and so I did everything on my own and created that page from scratch. It's also a lot of hard work to get people to follow you and stay subscribed to you when there's so many content creators. It's hard. Again, you have to have something that keeps people there, and subbed every month when there's a lot of content for free out there that's way more lewd and maybe beneficial to whatever you're looking for. So
you have to be talented at it. You can't, no matter what, you're not going to be able to just sign up, be pretty, and make money,
My thing on there is I posted something every day. I always responded. I was very interactive, and that's how I think my page succeeded.
Are there guys on that website?
There are. Yeah.
Are they successful?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes. Most guys that create content on those sites, most of their audience are other guys. So
okay, I got you. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I didn't even think about it, but yeah, perfect. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like on that site, guys have to be a lot more lewd.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably not getting away with just wearing a bathing suit.
Different. Yeah. It's like Yeah, you can appreciate God's body, and they do have like male models and stuff, but like again, they're like the famous Instagram models or an actor or something with a nice physique.
Yeah.
But if you're just like a guy trying to stay in, yeah, they probably have to make like raunchy videos.
And another thing about that, and this is just my thinking, is that the reason that it can be so successful when there's so much free stuff out on the internet like it is that it's just so personal. Like you actually having a interactive.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that's what I base my thing on, because I know like if people want to see like some craziness, they're not going to get it from me. So what can I offer that's not that? So it's just consistency. I did like these little games where it's like, guess what fingernail polish I'm wearing, guess what color, it's just get people to be interactive. And so if they were having a bad day, it's just like creating, I don't know, just being there and being interactive. Yeah, and they could reach you, and it's a lot more personable than you just going on a website.
Right. And I mean, they get to know you.
Yeah, and a lot of people already know, a lot of people came from Twitch, so they're, you might be interested to see another side of somebody. And I would sub to a lot of girls. I would sub to at least one different girl a month to help support them. And a lot of the streamer girls, would get together and help each other out. And everyone was really supportive. Everyone was really supportive. There's literally nothing negative that I can say about that except for the texting.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. I'm glad that it's such a positive experience.
But it was a lot of work. Like I am happy to be, especially now, like I'm 8 months pregnant. So it was getting rough at the end. Like my body was changing, and I'm glad that's in the past.
Yeah.
Because it is a lot of work. So it's getting a lot with the streaming and the teaching and the kid and the family and that site. It was just, it was a lot. Now I'm just, I just gave my final. So I'm on break for a month before I teach summer school. And then I stream just at least once a week. I'll play trials, whenever I can. And then I'll have another baby.
What are you binge watching right now? Anything? Or you don't do?
Oh, I'm a huge binger. We just finished Ozark, so we really like that. I've literally probably watched every single show imaginable. I've run out of shows to watch. So right now we're binging Ray Donovan on Showtime. Just finished the first season, but trying to get into Outer Banks. Everyone says it's great, but the acting's a little subpar. I just can't get into it, but I'm going to try again. But yeah, if you name a show, I've seen it. I like documentaries.
Yeah.
I like documentaries too.
Outer Banks gets pretty crazy about halfway through.
Does it?
Yeah.
I'm like, But I hear everyone says it's really good, so I will have to give it another shot.
I got to catch up on my binge watching, man. I feel like I'm way behind.
Like that's what I do every day to kind of like wind down the day. I put on a show and watch an episode or two of something before I go to bed.
See, I don't watch too much TV, but when I do find something, like I watch it all in one day or like 2 days, like nonstop. Like Tiger King, I watched the first episode. 7 hours later, I was done. And I think the only season before that was Righteous Gemstones. I think that's the.
I haven't seen that.
Oh man, it's awesome. Super funny.
What's his name that's in it?
McBride, Danny McBride.
Yeah. So
man, that show was awesome. That's it. Any social media that I missed in the beginning that you want to call out?
No, you can follow me on Snapchat. I'm not that interesting, but Snapchat's Bayou Bombshell 1. Instagram is Bayou Bombshell 1. Twitter is Bayou Bombshell 1. Somebody on Twitter had Bayou Bombshell and hasn't been on Twitter in 5 years, so I had to add a 1 at the end.
You should report them.
So then
get off the head.
I even messaged her 4 years ago and I started, I'm like, hey, like I'll pay you for this account, but she never responded because she doesn't get on. So I'm waiting for them to like purge that account so I can have it, because I have this stupid 1 at the end of everything now because I wanted to be consistent across all my social media. But yeah, Bayou Bombshell 1 on those 3 things, and then just Bayou Bombshell on Twitch.
Cajun TM was taken on Twitter too. I had to do Cajun TM. Yeah.
People. So I'm still waiting. Natasha, Bayou Bombshell on Twitter.
Yeah. If anybody knows Natasha, we want our name back. Thank you so much for being on the show. We appreciate it.
Thanks,
for sure.